Hi, Joey here,
Hey guys, Casey Shaw here.
and this is Every Movie is Good.
The podcast where we review movies and we like them.
Every single one of them.
I've never not liked a movie. Have you?
Off the top of my head, and actually after some serious critical thinking and in-depth review of every movie I've ever seen, I've loved every single one.
Yeah, me too, except Shape of Water. Didn't like Shape of Water.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
It shouldn't have won.
I thought it was going to be Hellboy, 3.
Yeah, me too. I thought that the monster was Abraham Lincoln or whatever the fish guy from Hellboy is.
Yeah, so cool.
Huge disappointment.
Dang.
But you don't see his dick, but you see them fuck, which is cool. But today we're not talking about Shape of Water. We're talking about Venom today.
Yeah,
So
2018's
buckle your
Venom.
seatbelts in because this is a wild ride. It's a really good movie.
Yeah, this is a great film.
Everything about it's good. There's pretty much nothing bad in the whole movie, and it's really cool that they even made it in the first place because it's good. It's awesome. There's cool effects. You're gonna hear soon about the boners we got in this movie too, because it's fucked up, honestly.
CGI boners.
CGI boner,
Drone boners.
real life boner, scientist boner.
Science boners.
Science
out
boners
the
for sure.
fucking
Yeah,
yin-yang
yeah.
this motherfucker.
You know what they say? Science never sleeps. Jenny Slate. Venom.
Yeah. And that's one reason why this is a good movie. The quotable lines in this movie.
So many quotable lines. It's like the new Superbad or the new Anchorman.
Yeah, it is the new Anchorman.
new
Yeah,
Anchorman.
for sure. This will go down as the new Anchorman. It's because, it's like a cool...
It's
like,
cool. It's fun. It's funny.
Yeah, and both have really cool,
Great leads.
similar styled news anchors.
Oh, yeah? Okay, yeah. News anchor themed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so...
Great comedic timing in both movies, too.
Yeah,
They
agree.
really nail that. Especially in Venom, honestly.
Yeah. Okay, so plot of this movie is basically Venom's origin story, which has kind of been manipulated for the movie because they couldn't have Spider-Man in it.
Yeah, it's great. It's awesome that there's no Spider-Man in the
Yeah.
Venom movie.
Okay, let's just get into it, I guess. Some people said this movie shouldn't have been made. This is a
Here's the thing. Those people were wrong.
yeah. And we're going to you're going to get into that. But
Yep.
so
Yep.
in 2017 at a Comic-Con, they'd already had a trailer out for a little bit at that point, and because the trailer's been playing for almost a year now, I think. But Tom Hardy premiered a teaser trailer at Comic-Con, and many people were disappointed by it. And Danny DiPierdo, I'm not sure how to say his name, sorry, called it comically underwhelming.
Hey, Danny DiPierdo, fuck you. You're an idiot.
Yeah, and I pronounced your name wrong on purpose.
Yeah, me too.
And the first trailer for this movie didn't have the word Venom. It just had a V.
So much suspense.
Yeah, so just people were watching this and be like, "Oh my god, what could this be? This is cool." And anybody who knew Venom was like, "Oh, this is probably not a great idea." And this is fairly pretentious to a character that's one of the biggest characters in the Spider-Man. And this is why this is unnecessarily pretentious. But that's just what some people thought.
Those people, wrong. Idiots.
And then another thing,
Say idiots?
yeah, do whatever you want, man. There's a swear jar, so if you say
Yeah.
any swears, you got to put $1
fair.
in the jar.
$1?
Yeah, $1. Just know your place. And also some people said that this movie couldn't follow Ant-Man and the Wasp, Infinity War, or Black Panther, which all came out this year and were all great.
Here's the thing. Different universes.
Yeah, you can't. You definitely just can't compare them.
You can't compare Batman and Venom. You can't compare Venom and
Ant-Man.
Spider-Man anymore.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Nothing at all. Every movie stands on its own, so it's like you've never seen any other movie, so you have nothing to compare it to.
Comparing movies, stupid. Each movie is different.
Yes, 100%. No. So after the release of this movie, it made $387.4 million worldwide on a $100 to $115 million budget.
So we can assume there's going to be Venom 2.
There's at least going to be 2 more that Hardy is playing because he signed up for 2 more movies in the last week.
Fuck yeah.
So we're getting 2 more Venom Hardy.
Congratulations, Tom.
Tom,
proud
wow.
of you. We can see your short little legs running around in a Venom
How tall
suit.
is Tom?
Tom Hardy is short as fuck. Tom
Really?
Hardy, yeah, Tom Hardy's gotta be 5'7".
That's not that short.
But that's like for an action star. He's probably as tall as Tom Cruise.
Damn, Tom Cruise seems really short.
Tom Cruise is legit short. I'm gonna Google Tom Cruise height right now.
If I had to just guess how tall Tom Hardy was, based off of seeing the movie Venom, I'd say 8 feet tall.
Oh yeah,
but
Tom Cruise 5'7". Because Venom's like 9 feet tall at least.
Yeah, he's fucking huge. He just hulks over everything.
Yeah, Tom Hardy 5'9". That was close.
Damn, 5'9".
Not
isn't
as short as I
short.
thought, but we're both.
Perception is everything.
Yeah, me and Joey way taller than Tom Hardy.
Yeah, I'm way taller than that motherfucker.
We tower over Tom Hardy.
And some people said that one of us should have played Venom, but we're too busy.
Yeah, we got bands.
Yeah. Yeah, Odd Man Out was on tour for a really long time.
Yeah, Odd Man Out was on tour for most of the time that Venom was being filmed. You know, they actually asked me, and I said, "Sorry, guys, I have to go on tour with Trapped Under Ice," which was
that sucks, man. I'm so sorry. That sucks.
Out. Yeah,
whatever. Though
it happens.
But either way, this movie's plot was kind of based on the series Venom: Lethal Protector.
Is it accurate?
It has some things that are accurate about it. Like it takes place in San Francisco instead of New York City.
See, I thought that the taking place in San Francisco was 100% a way to get away from Spider-Man. Like where nobody could be like, why didn't Spider-Man show up? It's because they're in San Francisco. Because I don't know anything about
makes sense
Venom
for
comic
sure.
books.
Yeah, no,
all.
that makes sense.
But that's a good move. Smart.
In the comic series, why he goes to San Francisco is because Spider-Man and Venom agree that he's not going to do crimes anymore, and ew,
I just have big old hair in my throat.
They agree he's not going to do crimes anymore, so he just goes to San Francisco and like lives with these mole people, and then these symbiotes from wherever they're from. I can't remember what the planet's called.
Neptune,
Uranus, I think it is. Got him, fucking Venom.
Fuck you, but I mean.
Okay, yeah. So they come from Uranus, and in the comic series, it's 5 new symbiotes, which they
Symbiotes.
they pronounce wrong initially in the symbiotes, but it's Scream, Phage, Riot, Lasher, and Agony. They only use Riot in this movie
Because obviously they can't use Scream because he's from the Wes Craven universe. He's from the Screamverse.
What an insane premise that would be if they used Scream but gave him a symbiote. I would read that.
That's cool.
Yeah,
But Scream in Wes Craven's Scream looks a little bit like Venom, but reverse colors. Think about it. Whoa.
Someone owes someone some money.
Yep.
But
rest in peace, Wes.
So that's basically where the source material's from, and basically where it changes is that instead of having like the army of symbiotes like attacking Spider-Man and Venom, them teaming up is just the one, and they also use like bits from other like Venom, like they stay pretty close to the like actual source material, but I don't know. They take from everything a little bit, so and I think that's probably good. I actually kind of like
for an origin story for a new like universe.
Yeah, totally. I kind of like when comic book movies like don't follow the source material completely, because you're like, oh, I've already read. I've already read the comic. I know what happens, but I like to see what happens in the movie, like because like Civil War was different, and like I think that stuff like that's cool because it makes it like seeing it something that I'm already attached to, seeing it twice and different things happening. Fucking sick. Yeah,
I saw Venom twice, just as good the second time. I didn't feel like walking out halfway through because I was bored. And then didn't because I was too tired. I didn't walk out halfway through because I was having so much fun and the movie was so cool.
That is great.
Yeah,
I actually saw it opening weekend.
Me too.
Because I was just waiting in line for days to get in there, and I paid to see it. RIP Movie Pass. It didn't work for me. Yeah, it just canceled it, but I just went all out and got the IMAX and 3D.
Yeah, me too.
And something that's fucking badass about seeing it in 3D, you can't slouch or do anything, but you have to sit completely straight up.
Perfectly still and look directly at the screen or it doesn't work. And so I didn't see the movie most of the first time because I can't sit still. and I have to sit
Do you
weird.
fidget like crazy?
Yeah.
Me too. I can't help it.
I can't do the 3D. The biggest problem though, when I went to see it the first time, which was on the Thursday, like opening night, I picked a seat.
Oh, you went on the Thursday?
Yeah, I went.
Was
like,
it full?
No.
Oh, really?
not even close. It might have been Friday. It was either Thursday or Friday.
Either way.
And I picked a seat. The theater was less than 50% full, and I picked a seat right in the middle of like the third row down from the top. Because now you have to, you choose your seats beforehand.
Yeah.
And so then two other people who clearly could see that I was sitting there chose the seats directly to my right and directly to my left. So two groups of strangers were sitting directly next to me. And I felt terrible, but I got up and left. I said, I'm not going to sit next to you for 2 hours. There's so many seats.
Did you hurt their feelings?
I think I did, honestly.
Did they audibly say anything?
They like were legit bummed when I stood up and was like, and just like, it wasn't like I was standing up and going to the bathroom. I like stood up, got my popcorn, got my soda, moved over 5 seats and was like, I'm sorry, you guys. This is ridiculous.
Well, generally the audience in a movie theater is the actual worst
people ever.
in the entire fucking world. It's very rare that I'm down for like talking. Like when we saw,
if it's Hellfest, sure.
Yeah. Also, great movie.
Great movie.
Hi, Will. But yeah, also a great movie. But every time I go see a movie, I feel like I have to tell someone to shut the fuck up in the theater, or like. I've gone as far as like throw a thing of popcorn at somebody before, or candy or something like that.
My second Venom viewing experience, which was better than the first one because it wasn't 3D, even better than the first one. The woman in front of me didn't turn her cell phone off at all, but she also had that really cool thing that some people have on their phone, where when they get a text, the flashlight flashes 4 times, and she had it face like sitting up.
What a fucking asshole!
So like probably 15 times throughout the movie, and she was enjoying the movie too. She was like, she wasn't checking her phone, and she was laughing at the movie, having a good time. She got fucking flashes everywhere in the audience 10 times through the movie. It was absolutely insane.
When I saw Sicario, like the second one, the Soldado or whatever, Day of Soldado, I think it was called. There was a guy who had that exact same thing.
So cool.
And I just like kicked the back of his seat because he was sitting right in front of me. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Turn that off. And he was like, sorry, bro, sorry. And then he turned it off, but then he turned the sound on. So I had to kick his seat again. And I was like, seriously, I'm just trying to watch this fucking movie. Shut the fuck up. And then he just got up and left the theater. And it was like an hour into the movie. So he watched almost all of it.
That's awesome. Mine was like an legitimately like old lady, like probably like, okay, sorry to older listeners, but over 50, maybe 60 years old. So I felt a little
Which is
weird.
the second worst after people who are 11 to 13.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Since we're on the subject, when I saw Slender Man, also awesome movie. Nothing wrong with that. Only good, really fun movie that was
agreed.
100% good.
Saw it with Ian Payton.
Yeah. Great movie.
Woo!
Great flick. There was... what I thought was maybe like a 15 or 16-year-old, like 2 15 or 16-year-old kids that just didn't shut up in the front row of the theater. And, they got a lot of like, shut the fuck ups from me and from everybody else. One time I said, who brought you here? What the fuck is happening? But when the movie ended, it turned out that it was 7 9-year-olds and their mom in the movie. Like, some mom decided to take 7 9 to 11-year-old kids to see Slender Man and didn't control them at all.
That was arguably the scariest movie of all time. That's
child abuse.
Yeah, she's probably in jail.
Yeah.
And I'm not pro-cop, but I'm pro-cop.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I was right.
Anyway, but yeah,
Venom.
So don't talk in movie theaters.
Don't fucking talk in movie theaters unless you got something that's actually funny to say.
Honestly, if I'm down. If we're watching Hellfest, we're watching something that's kind of silly, don't yell it to the whole room, but if you just lean over to me and just like...
You can get a laugh out of me, sure.
You lean over to me and you say...
That's one thing.
My name's Jeff. I'm going to laugh at it probably.
Thing. Yeah.
It's cool, but turn your fucking phone off.
Turn your phone off, turn the light... Don't have the flashy light thing ever. That's crazy. You should never have that. Anybody that has that is a psychopath licensed. That's crazy.
Or blind. Deaf.
But then she's watching a movie and laughing at the...
There's got to be a way around that.
Yeah.
I guess reading lips.
It was.
I don't know. I'm not a fucking doctor. Just don't have your phone on.
It was a closed caption screening.
Oh, really?
So maybe she was deaf.
Whoa. Either way, we're talking about Venom. So
Yeah, and also, if anybody is offended by us talking about deaf people, you're obviously not listening to this right now. If you're deaf, it's impossible.
Yeah,
We're talking.
Yeah, so we're talking shit.
Anyways, Venom.
Turn your fucking phone off.
Turn your phone off.
I know you can't hear this, but stop.
Stop.
Okay, we're talking about Venom.
So Venom opens up. Okay, here's the thing. Was that Jake Gyllenhaal movie a prequel? I didn't see it.
To Venom?
Yeah, the Life. I heard like rumors that was
For this movie?
Yeah, that was like a prequel to Venom.
I really doubt it. I thought it was a prequel to Alien.
No, that's Alien
Covenant?
Covenant.
I thought Life had to do with Alien.
I heard rumors that Life was a Venom prequel.
That's fucking nuts.
But I didn't see it, and I'm probably not going to.
I did see it. Awesome.
Don't they like find because they're called the Life Corporation, right? That's why it's called Life.
Oh,
and they find,
I haven't seen it since it came out, but
they find find the symbiotes.
I gotta read about this because I feel like I saw that movie in theaters, and I'm also well acquainted with the symbiotes and like
so you
comic book stuff. So I've been like, holy fuck, but
because there's no other explanation about this like spaceship that touches down, and it's also Jake Gyllenhaal's not in this movie.
Jake Gyllenhaal dies in.
Okay, then that's why he's not in.
Spoiler alert.
That's why he's not in.
Supposed to say it before.
Yeah, there's no spoiler alerts in this podcast.
Yeah, we're going full spoilers. So
full spoilers. So
also, Life's been out for a while, so fuck off. Yeah, but
so
I don't know about that.
For spoiling Infinity War the other day, it's like that movie's been out for a year.
Someone got mad about that?
You've lost it. The grace period's over.
There's like memes about it, like and there's like websites dedicated to like did Thanos spare you? Like
silly, goofy.
What the fuck? Were you in a coma? But
so it opens up and the spaceship's touching down at Earth, which we don't know about. But then the guy is Carlton Drake there in Malaysia?
No, I don't think so. He's like he just sends people to handle it.
Yeah, because then he probably would have got infected by by Riot sooner.
Yeah,
because that part, I love that part. How Riot just somehow knows how to get to San Francisco through different people walking through Malaysia and then ending up on an airplane in a little girl that's going to San Francisco.
Social media, man.
Yeah, social media, man. It's bad. It's going to be the downfall of our society.
Yeah, for sure. This movie has a lot of poignant social commentary in the form of like that being social media.
Yes.
Like it has something to say about it, and then also has something to say about
disease, AIDS.
Just you think of that?
Yeah, sure. It's AIDS allegory.
I was gonna say it was the homeless thing.
Homeless.
It was just killing homeless people and no one caring about it.
Tom Hardy's all about that. He's like, if you care so much about the homeless people, why are they buried in the landfill like the killers?
Damn.
Awesome.
Asking the hard questions. Yeah. That's something that we all need to wake up every morning.
Was the show the Eddie Brock Experience or the Eddie Brock Hour?
Oh my God. The Vice documentary that he films?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah. That was painful to watch, but
in a good way.
Also, but yeah, like in the way that like sometimes life's truths aren't always
like sometimes
easy to digest.
watching Vice documentaries, you're like, this is real. This is really real. It's hard to watch. It's hurting me.
But I need to know.
I need to know. And I need to experience this.
Thanks, Eddie Brock.
Thanks, Eddie Brock. Who's Tom Hardy, by the way.
Yeah, Tom Hardy.
We need to introduce that, right? Did we introduce it? Tom Hardy's in this movie?
It's pretty well documented that Tom Hardy is Venom and Eddie Brock in this movie.
We got Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock and then Michelle Williams as Hot Girl, who's Eddie Brock's ex-girlfriend.
That was a nice dialogue between them two in the restaurant.
Yeah,
and
so
like
they go to the restaurant. Oh my God. They are
So first act. Let's get into the first act.
Yeah,
then.
Fuck it. First act. In the beginning of the movie, Eddie and Anna are so happy together. They love each other. They have he's sleeping. She's wearing a suit, and he loves that. He loves when she's wearing a suit because I guess that's hot for him. He gets off on chicks in suits. Yeah. And then they have a cat, which he's supposed to feed. And he just loves her so much, and he loves the cat. And they go to the dinner together after he gets told that he's supposed to write about the Life Foundation guy, Carlton Drake.
Who she works for.
Who she works for. But we don't know that yet till she says he's not my boss, but he's my boss.
My boss's boss.
Yeah, and then they're at the movie dinner theater, and they're so in love, and you can tell they're in love by the way that they talk to each other and how he'll say something and then she'll say something that maybe the line was written by a different person in a different room, and he'll say something that also was written by a different person that maybe didn't hear what she said. They're having their own conversations, and that's just how you know that two characters are in love in a movie, and I love that.
Yeah. So, you can't force chemistry.
No, you can't, and that's why it's called chemistry, is because it's natural, and it's a reaction between two
That's beautiful.
agents. Yeah, thank you.
I feel a little chemistry right
We
now.
got chemistry.
Yeah.
We got chemistry right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a
Maybe
natural
not
reaction.
as good as
Tom
Hardy
and Michelle Williams, who the sparks are fucking flying
yeah.
between
What
those
could
two.
be though,
No, yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, maybe Venom and Eddie Brock.
or
The
Venom and
actual
Chick
love
Venom.
story of this fun chick Venom, yeah.
That's the same person. Yeah, Eddie Brock and Venom I guess we can't talk about Venom yet because we haven't got to him
Yeah.
yet.
Well, my rose for this.
Yeah, so let's preface that. So we're gonna go through the movie, basically act by act, and we have a rose and a thorn for each segment of the movie, basically. And the rose is something that we love about the act, and the thorn is something that we also love about the act.
Just
and
a little bit less than
just
the rose.
maybe a little less, or even a little more if you're kind of kinky and pain is pleasure.
Yeah, and I mean,
which is definitely Venom. Is definitely kinky.
Yeah. Deviant art.
Oh, deviant art. Also, that's like a latex suit. That shit's hot.
Yeah. Like
fuck yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so my rose for this scene was Michelle Williams. I think is actually a great actress, and yeah. I think she has some cool lines in this movie, and she says her lines with conviction, and I enjoyed watching her.
She cares.
I enjoy watching her generally, yeah. And also him just. I think this was your rose too. The motorcycle.
So
scene.
Cool. He's fucking. He's going down the streets of San Francisco at it's probably 9 a.m. right? It's rush hour
morning,
and he's riding a motorcycle, going off jumps off hills in San Francisco, generally killing it, racking up bonus points, and then we just start seeing his TV show, which also fucking rocks. So cool. If I could ride a motorcycle in San Francisco, I totally would, and I would go down those jumps and go down the hill at top speed and just be so scared, but just get off from it.
The thing is, it's Eddie Brock, and he's not scared.
Yeah, he's not scared. He got ran out of New York. He just comes to San Francisco.
Fucks this shit up.
Does more journalism.
Which is something we need, the hard questions.
Yeah, we need the hard questions being asked. We don't need freaking puff pieces on Elon Musk. We need criticism of Elon Musk and criticism of freaking Donald Trump and all those guys.
So my thorn for this was Carter Drake, and like the scene where he's talking about like the girl wants to ask a question, and everyone starts to like tease her, and he's just like, "Hush, children! Do not silence her.
Do not silence her. Don't worry, Laura. You can never be silenced. That's what all these bad kids want to do is silence you."
He just demonizes all of these kids, and it's just like only maybe 2 or 3 kids who are like, "Hush up, whatever, blah blah blah." But then he literally talks over her for like
he gives her
a minute and a half.
He gives her like an enamel pin.
Cool. She had a question that she didn't get to ask. She wanted to ask the fucking question. He goes on and on about it, and then just doesn't.
She probably had a good question too. Kids ask good questions.
That's one of those things that I'm gonna die just wondering what was her fucking
Laura's question.
Shake my head.
SMH. And here's the other thing about that.
Maybe we'll get a prequel movie about her.
Yeah, I hope so. That's probably what life actually is. It's about Laura. The thing that I really loved about that scene too is Jenny Slate comes in and she's like, "Hey, Carlton, you need to go get changed now," because she's like, Jenny Slate is a scientist but also his personal assistant. Yeah, it seems like
weird combo.
And he says, "Oh, okay," and leaves, but then leaves that girl in charge of the rest of the field trip. There's no other adults there. All of a sudden, this like 11-year-old kid is in charge of 15 other kids and a tour of the life facility.
Well, like he says, she's going to be a leader and a scientist like him one day,
and she won't be silenced.
And you know, he's like a child prodigy, so
yeah,
maybe. Oh yeah,
because he invented chemotherapy when he was 19.
Yeah, and soda. Which is just good. Yeah, he invented it.
Oh,
they say that it's a thing at the end of the movie. You got to wait for the after credits.
That's
after
the
credit scene. Yeah.
After the Carnage scene and after the Spider-Man scene, which confused the fucking shit out of me.
Yeah, that was really
weird. They couldn't do Spider-Man in Venom. Then he's just it's Carlton Drake. And he says, "Also, I invented soda."
Yeah, but it's good soda.
Good, like Dr. Pepper.
Yeah,
or Mountain Dew.
And there's no health.
Nothing good.
No, it won't hurt your health. It's good for you. That's the kind of science that exists in this world.
Fuck yeah. Carlton Drake kicks ass. But he's so good at not being silenced, and he cares so much about
he's a scientist willing to stand up for what he believes in.
That's something that I believe in. Also, he's definitely an Elon Musk kind of guy, which I just get behind, making flamethrowers,
being a rogue scientist.
Being a rogue fucking scientist. Do you think Elon Musk saw this movie and was like, yo, that's me, that fucking rocks, or he was like, they're making fun of me?
I think he probably liked it. I also don't think he probably saw it.
You don't think Elon Musk... I can't even say that fucker's name. You don't think Elon Musk didn't see Venom?
No, I think he has other things to do, like get people banned on Twitter for like making fun of his name, and like he has flamethrowers and stuff to like make like to do. He's got other things. He's got fish to fry, man.
Today I got a 24-hour ban on Twitter for making fun of Aaron's appliance rental.
That's fair. Leave them alone.
I posted 4 tweets making fun of Aaron's, which is like some rental for like
straight up scam.
A straight up scam.
So gnarly.
And I got banned from Twitter for 24 hours. Worth it. Fuck it.
My mom, when I was
Eddie Brock. That's the Eddie Brock experience. I'm doing investigative journalism.
We need people like you. Those hard questions, man. I'm scared. When I was a kid, my mom or my dad like bought something or rented something through Aaron's, and like you paid off over time or whatever. Yeah. And I don't remember what it was. It was like a TV or something like that, or like a VCR TV combo. And by the time you paid off, it's 4 times what the cost was.
If you wanna buy like a PlayStation 4 for $1,200, get it at Aaron's.
Yeah, it's insane. But what happened was like we couldn't afford it because I was really poor when I was a kid. My dad died, and we had to go. My mom had to go to like some court thing or something like that, collections, and she contested it or something, and it got dropped because they're like, "This is unfair. Like this literally doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So we're gonna forgive this debt."
Yeah,
and it was fine, which is insane that that's a thing that could happen. Like that's crazy because the world doesn't care about you or your money.
No,
they just want it.
They just want it.
Yeah, but. Yeah, so fuck
just
Aaron's,
like Carlton Drake.
Which also brings us to our sponsor, Aaron's Rental.
Yes.
If you want to rent Venom, please go to Aaron, and you can pay.
You can get a Blu-ray player there and Venom.
Yeah, for like $6,000.
Yeah, $600 to $6,000 depending on.
And I think monetarily, this movie comes in at about like $7,000, $8,000. So $6,000 is a steal.
Experience-wise, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Second act.
Yeah. So let's explain a little bit. So Venom. Before he turns into Venom with Tom Hardy, then he goes and he totally gets his ass kicked by his job by them firing him.
Oh yeah, because he like fucks up like has to make.
He goes on he's like, we find out that his girlfriend Anna Michelle Williams is working for Carlton Drake through like a couple degrees of separation. So he then decides to like go on her computer and hack into the mainframe.
Yeah, and reads a bunch of stuff.
Which for some reason she has all this information about him killing a bunch of people. So then he brings that up and gets totally fired, and she gets totally fired, and then she completely dumps him.
And he confronts Carlton Drake in like an interview that he's supposed to be doing like a kind of a puff piece about him, and instead like makes it an Eddie Brock hour scenario.
Which fucking rocks! I got my rocks off from that.
It's cool. You can tell that he's directly like influenced or like been like kind of being written into kind of like a Michael Moore kind of scenario.
Michael Moore kind of guy, same body type, same manners of speech.
General like people critically the crowd like the general public loves him, and so it's just cool to see like real life things happen in this false world, but it still feels real.
It feels so real.
But yeah, so he gets fired from his job, and so does she, and so she breaks up with him because of that, and doesn't because he's not thinking about anything besides himself and about
he's so selfish.
But he's trying to make a better world.
He's trying to save the fucking world. He's trying to stop Carlton Drake from blowing up the world with rockets.
Yeah, or something. I don't know, like a bunch of stuff, killing homeless people and shit,
curing cancer.
Yeah, making soda, like
good soda.
Fucking whack, dude. But so after this, he basically crumbles.
He basically turns into Venom. Well, then he says he. I couldn't get over this. This is one of my favorite parts of the movie. Is they break up and they were living together, and then now he gets a really cool new apartment that he's been living in clearly for a long time. It's a very lived in apartment, but he's upset because he lost his girlfriend and his career and his apartment.
But his apartment's still so nice.
He got such a nice apartment, even though there's a long-haired guy across the hallway.
Yeah, a metal
guy who also gets chicks somehow. That's not a thing.
Yeah, that's his whole introduction. Is just like
he's like,
I fuck.
Yeah, I fucked this.
I got chicks.
I fucked this chick. Now I'm gonna do a guitar solo by myself. And
the guitar solo is so fucking funny.
And later on, he asks him to turn his music down. He doesn't ask him to stop playing guitar. So maybe when they like originally shot the movie, he was just like playing music really loud, and we weren't supposed to think he was playing a guitar, because who the fuck does that anyways? Who lives in an apartment and plays like a Marshall full stack at full volume?
Yeah, everyone knows you go to Guitar Center.
You go to Guitar Center to do that. You show off your chops to everybody at Guitar Center. Your neighbor doesn't want to hear that. The guys that work at Guitar Center want to hear that, because then they get impressed by how good you are at guitars.
Yeah, and then you get a job there.
You get a job there.
And then you get asked to be in Alice in Chains later on.
Exactly. So that guy's fucking up. He sucks at being a metal guy.
Yeah, plus it's really weird that like him just playing guitar somehow trumps that Eddie Brock, and Tom Hardy's like really buff and could just beat his ass. Like that somehow just like trumps is like, this guy's into dark shit like metal.
And banging chicks in the middle of the day.
It's like 1980 where like people are like, oh shit, Venom is scary and not just kind of funny. Like the band, not the guy, but both ways kind of, I guess. All right, but second act of this movie is they break up and he's in this nice apartment, but he laments his old apartment and his girlfriend.
Well, he's also like a regular everywhere. They're like the grocery store. He knows the lady
he knows
really
everybody.
Well. He knows the one homeless lady outside the grocery store, and even that bar where he's like, they're like, "Aren't you Eddie Brock?"
Oh yeah, he's well known.
Nick Thune is that guy in the bar. He's like a comedian from Seattle.
Yeah.
Such a good performance from him.
Yeah, this whole second act is just
gold.
Banger
after banger.
Accent that Tom Hardy has is like actually just incredible. Like
so good.
It's really rare that you can find somebody like, I would say he's only second fiddle to maybe Idris Elba in that you would never know he was British.
You never know he's British. It's like, okay, this cool American guy is kicking ass.
Yeah, this guy is from New York, and he is a incredible.
He's good at talking English. In American
a linguist,
style.
a cunning linguist.
He's like,
that is a good one that they should write into the next Venom movie.
Cunning linguist. He's not even like, I'm gonna go out speaking the Kings. He's like, I'm fucking speaking English American style. Let's do this thing.
American style. I'm speaking American.
I'm from New York and now I live in San Francisco, and you can tell from my accent.
Incredible. And also he wears bracelets.
Here's the thing. If he gets caught up in a sticky situation before he has Venom powers, he can get out of it because he has that survival bracelet. You can unwrap that thing. That's parachute cord, baby. You can do whatever you need. You can tie yourself up. You can tie it. You can make a shirt out of that bracelet.
Here's the thing about fucking Eddie Brock and how I know he's from fucking New York. His accent on fleekers.
On fleekers, baby.
And every New Yorker that I've ever met has tons of bracelets.
Oh, yeah.
They're bracelet gods.
Yeah.
They can't believe that shit.
Have you ever seen a video of Madball playing at CBGB?
Yeah.
They're wearing tons of bracelets. All of them.
I thought it was
Killing
gauntlets.
Time, they're wearing tons of bracelets. It's awesome.
I thought it was gauntlets, but it's actually
No, it's
just
just
bracelets
tons of-
all
yeah.
the way up the arm.
You're like, oh, I'm watching like a blackmail band playing with
Yeah.
the spiky gauntlet. No, that's just 30 candy bracelets.
Candy's good, which also Carlton Drake invented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He invented good candy.
A
Well,
little footnote.
I'm not talking about like candy bracelets like the chalky like sweet tart bracelet. Like, I'm talking like bracelet that says like boo boo kitty fuck. And like
That Carlton Drake invented that?
yeah, he invented plur like ravers.
Thank you.
Candy. K-A-N-D-I.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank you for your service. I'm saluting right now.
Okay. But yeah, so he's a New Yorker through and through, and he's in. So it's
No
kind of,
doubt,
it's
no
also
doubt.
it's also kind of like a fish out of water thing because of
Oh
that.
yeah, because he's in San Francisco. He's just like,
Yeah.
oh, I miss the Brooklyn Bridge. I wish that I was seeing Rockefeller Center lit up for Christmas
Yeah.
this year.
But he's not.
He's not.
And instead, he becomes Venom.
Yeah.
And then they do
He gets
an
he gets the
insane.
Golden Gate Bridge though. Good bridge.
Yeah, it's pretty
Compared
cool.
to Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah, West Coast is the best coast.
Hell yeah. Fuck New York.
But also, fucking, he makes New York sound pretty cool.
Yeah. Also, pretend I didn't say fuck New York if you're from New York because you're way tougher than me.
New York's cool,
New York's cool.
but Venom's in San Francisco, so that's why we're talking about that.
Yeah.
But so in this scene, he gets Venom, basically, or like in this act, he gets Venom, and he starts trying to figure out, like, troubleshoot it. Basically, he's
Yeah, well,
just
'cause
like,
Jenny Slate is like, she's like, I'm so tired of Carlton Drake killing a ton of people, so she like sneaks.
yeah,
him
he
in.
kills, like, you watch him kill a homeless man with a symbiote.
and she's like, I
Symbiote.
thought we were curing cancer, not killing, like talking about God to this guy named Isaac, and like
Yeah, that whole like biblical thing was so fucking annoying.
He's basically like, I'm God. I'm gonna be better than God.
Through science, I will be God.
Yeah, which
Times 2.
yeah, and I'm as you know about me, famously, I'm a famous atheist, just like Ricky Gervais or Richard Dawkins. I don't know.
I think that's him.
So I was like, oh, you can be better than God. That's awesome. Marauder, master killer, murder God and become God.
Yeah, like on the back of a t-shirt.
Fucking cool.
Yeah. But so he gets this, and Carlton Drake finds out he has it, and
Yeah, he fully turns into Venom.
yeah, he like it's like starts like
First he climbs a tree really fast.
yeah,
Epic.
pretty cool.
Straight up epic.
Yeah, he so cool. This really fast tree. I don't know how I forgot about that scene.
All these bad guys are chasing him, but they're actually just security guards who care way too much about their job. And they're chasing him through the woods with these cool little cars. He's so
ATVs
scared.
and shit.
Yeah. And then he hears Venom's voice in his head, and he says, we have to eat live people, alive humans.
Yeah, and then he kind of does that. He does it a few times.
Yeah,
I wish
he
that
bites the guy's head off.
if
and
this
there's
movie
no
was
blood.
rated R, it would have been so much cooler to have like straight up
Like
gnarly
violent-
ass
yeah.
violent kills.
Because I haven't read much Venom comic, but
He's
I'm
very violent.
pretty sure that there's a
He's-
ton of blood and
He's like
cool
what you
shit
call an
and-
anti-hero.
Yeah, like close to Spawn or Punisher, where it's just fucked up.
Yeah, it's definitely the lighter of those
Yeah.
three, but he still kills people, which is like, par for the course for most heroes is like, we don't kill people.
Yeah.
We just bring them to the
Yeah, we bring them to the cops because we're snitches.
yeah. So yeah, just
fucking
glorified
Spider-Man.
snitches. But yeah, so he gets it. He's like Jenny Slate brings him to the facility, and like he gets Venom, and he's running away from them, and they're chasing him with the cars and stuff like that, and then he gets away, and he like.
He goes home.
This whole act is basically just
Yeah.
a chase scene. It's like goes
Yeah.
on for so long, and
Well,
it's
he-
awesome.
it's
You
a
never
chase
get
scene
tired
that's,
of
like,
it.
broken up with him eating a ton of tater tots.
Oh yeah,
like
eats
fully
some,
frozen tater tots, and then
which is awesome.
yeah, that's a badass move. Just like, I'm so hungry, I don't even have time to cook these.
And he
tater
eats like
tots.
fucked up chicken.
Yeah, he eats a well. Did he puke because the chicken's bad, or because Venom wants to be eating alive things? Same shit.
I don't know. It could
Yeah.
go either way. Maybe
Yeah.
a little bit of both.
Yeah,
Call him
he-
A, call him B.
Basically, he
thing.
fucks up his really nice apartment by spilling a bunch of shit and then passing out.
Yeah, as
And
like
he gets revenge on the metalhead guy.
yeah.
He goes and he opens the door. He like knocks on the door and says,
Go back to Guitar Center.
He's, can you please turn your music down? And the guy's like, oh yeah, I'll turn my fucking music down. And then he totally does a cool
right away, Eddie Brock.
He does a cool Venom face. Like if a Halloween mask, the guy gets so scared because this is the first time we see Venom's face, right?
Yeah.
He gets so scared, and then he turns his music off.
Yeah, and he stops liking metal.
Yeah, he doesn't like metal
He
anymore.
gets a job.
Oh God, I gotta get.
He quits Lamb of God.
He's like, I've got to get into something more lucrative, like sub pop rock.
Yeah, wrong. He starts DJing. And
he starts DJing.
He starts helping Carlton Drake with his plur, like
good business
EDM shit. Yeah. Thanks, Venom.
Thanks, Venom.
But so this whole scene is pretty much just a fucking
then the guys
chasing,
come
like,
and
the drones.
He kills a bunch of guys, and then they stick drones on him while they chase him through all of San Francisco, and he goes through so many dead ends.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome the whole way through. Except for, I will say that I didn't appreciate him driving on the sidewalk.
That's reckless.
Yeah, there was people on the sidewalk.
Really had to get away
in
from
New
him.
York,
and he's
people are going to be yelling, I'm walking here,
drones.
I'm walking here, I'm walking here.
No, he's in San Francisco, so nobody is walking there.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. My
Yeah.
bad. Well, he knows, he has that
used to people
New
walking
York state
here.
of mind.
Nice. Nas, Illmatic.
No.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, Jay-Z and Alicia Keys. Yeah,
Illmatic.
which also should have scored the movie.
Yeah, we'll talk about Eminem's awesome song later.
Yeah.
Venom, Venom, Venom.
Okay, so on that kind of topic, that Deadpool 2 had a song with Lil Pump and French Montana.
Fucking cool.
That's fucking irresponsible, dude. That is the equivalent of just like a breakdown for 5 minutes. It's insane. That should not have been licensed. That's crazy.
Venom had Eminem going, Venom, 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 your name is Eddie Brock, Venom, 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 for like 5 minutes over the trailers. Let's just say it, Eminem's the greatest rapper alive.
Yeah.
Illmatic.
Second to only Ian Jeffries.
Yeah,
the greatest white rapper of all time. Yeah. But that goes without saying. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
But in this scene, like, pretty much it's just a chase scene the whole time, so we can kind of move on from here.
Yeah.
Drone part, he kills so many drones.
He eats the guy's head eventually after all the drones are
which they show in the trailer.
Yeah, that's
I love about Marvel movies, they show everything in the trailer.
we were a little worried about spoilers for this episode of this, but if you've seen the trailer for Venom, you've seen the whole plot, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. So,
he does the thing where his tongue comes out. That's a pretty classic.
Yeah, it should have been longer.
His tongue should have been longer?
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
To the comics. Stay true to the source material. But third act, so...
Wait. We haven't done Rose or Thorn.
Well, Rose being basically like... Or the Thorn being the drone thing.
Yeah.
Going on for so long, but like tastefully.
So there's he eventually goes to the doctor with his ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend. And he does an MRI on him, but then we learn Venom's weakness, which is sounds between 6,000 and 8,000 megahertz, and it totally hurts his head. He gets so scared, and then they say, you know what, Tom Hardy, you're having hallucinations. That's why you hear this voice. And then he goes, well, with my hallucinations, is it normal for me to be able to climb a really, really tall tree, like super, super fast? And I just want to say that the delivery of that line was amazing. All the comedy that Tom Hardy does in this movie, flawless. We might as well be watching Anchorman again. It's
paying homage to Anchorman.
It's fucking hilarious. He's so good at jokes, and he's so good at saying them in a funny way, and it makes me laugh every single time. That's what.
So that was your rose?
That's my rose. It's so great. It's such a cute line.
My rose being the like snake-esque like Venom symbiote wrapping around Tom Hardy on the buoy
when they hop out of the water from escaping.
That part looks pretty cool. I think that's cool, but
and Venom's
not much to say about it besides I think it looks cool.
Venom says, "Eddie, you're a loser," and he doesn't respond. He doesn't react to that at all. A lot of loser talking.
Yeah, a lot of roasting. That's another good friends though.
My thorn for the second act, Jenny Slate dying. That's a huge bummer.
Mine is the drone.
The drones, yeah, there's too much drones. And
Well,
the
I think it's
sidewalk
like
thing.
a perfect amount of drones, but it
just
has to
that
end is
it-
the thing that it sucks.
Okay,
yeah.
you wanted more
I would like
drones
some
for
more
longer.
drones, yeah.
Okay.
30 wasn't enough drones.
Yeah, and they all explode away, and then we don't get to see them anymore.
Yeah, and so there's no more like drones
Yeah.
in any of the movies that
I-
well, hopefully we'll see.
I was fully surprised. The only thing that this movie did that disappointed me was killing off Jenny Slate and Eddie Brock not like falling in love with her instead of getting back with Michelle Williams, because she's clearly got this great thing going with Dan, who's a doctor. He's got a great job. He's attentive towards her.
Yeah,
he already has
leave
a
her
key.
be.
Don't know how long it's been between them breaking up, because
She's moved on though.
she's moved on. And you know what? He could totally get with Jenny Slate, but no, she's dead. Sad.
Could have given her the symbiote for a second and like let her heal up.
Oh, or fucking fucked her with big old symbiote dick. Venom. just transform this big old already. You know Tom Hardy's packing. Just transform that thing already way bigger, super like long and sticky, and just blast her. But nope, she's dead.
But pretty cool if she got the symbiote, healed up.
Yeah.
Then they both just kept part of it or something like that,
In the-
or if she got turned into Scream.
Yeah.
And then, unlike the comic books, just turned into a fucking sick ass porno. Like they
Yeah.
just like
Here's the thing.
blast each
This
other.
is what I've been saying about Marvel movies is they need more full pen. There's not enough full pen in
Yeah, I
Marvel
don't think there's
movies.
even like just
Does anybody like the Hulk kisses Scarlett Johansson in one of them?
which was honestly obscene for the time, but
Yeah.
it's time to move on. Like
Yeah, it's 2018.
it's time for a porno to be in Marvel movies. Not DC. They have to figure out everything else. They
got a lot,
can't move on
They got
to
a lot
porno
to
yet.
work with on DC, but it'd be pretty cool to see Wonder Woman's titties.
We got a lot of time before that.
It's not. Yeah, we're not ready for that. We haven't progressed as a society far enough.
But Jenny Slate dies,
Sad.
and then we move into the end where Venom is fighting the other symbiote that is.
The symbiote that's like running around as a little kid or an old Malaysian woman or
Or a young
doctor.
Malaysian woman
young
or a
Malaysian woman who
doctor.
then you're like, oh, the symbiote's good. He's like healing this old lady, but then she just turns into a little girl who.
That scene where the lady's walking and her ankle heals, whatever.
Oh, that's
that was
cool.
pretty cool. Yeah,
good gore.
yeah. Good,
I like
good.
gore.
I wish they had more body horror in this.
Yeah, because here's the thing.
Imagine if the movie was done with fucking practical effects for some parts. That would have been insane.
Yeah, but that you can say that about any movie.
No, for sure. But this movie's like, if they had just maybe taken a
Yeah.
horror thing, that would have been like such a cool, different thing that
Like-
Marvel hasn't done yet.
Something that we can't not talk about while we're on this subject is the movie with bootleg Tom Hardy, where it's basically the same exact premise. Upgrade, because basically Upgrade is the same thing as Venom. He gets his life taken away, and then
Damn, you're kind of right on about that.
Yeah, and then a science guy comes in and gives him.
Let's just do one of these on Upgrade.
Yeah, okay, we'll talk.
let-
Upgrade fucking
Postpone
kicks
it.
ass.
We'll postpone it. That movie
Yeah.
fucking rocks.
Tune in next week for Upgrade Talk, because that movie kicks ass and the guy looks exactly like Tom Hardy, but maybe a little more handsome. And
We'll talk about that later too.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so third act.
Spoiler alert.
Female Venom was the rose for the third act.
Straight up, undeniable.
Michelle Williams with the
Yeah.
the Venom symbiote
Yeah.
is so fucking sick.
So we'll explain that a little bit. So Michelle Williams and her boyfriend totally blast the Venom out of Tom Hardy by
using an MRI machine.
using an MRI machine right after we learn, because Venom says my two weaknesses are sounds between 6,000 and 8,000 megahertz and also fire, and so they blast him with that, and he jumps out of his body.
And then he sneaks out of the room.
He sneaks out of the room, and guess what? Venom's up a dog, which we got to see a little bit of like the dog with Venom eyes, but it would have been pretty cool to see
Yeah.
that little puppy dog.
A lot
with-
of really cool like
Opportunity.
opportunity that
If
they
that-
didn't take advantage of. Maybe
if-
that'll get its own movie too.
Yeah, Venom Dog, because we don't even see Venom coming out of Venom Dog into Michelle Williams. We just see his eyes flash, and then all of a sudden, Chick Venom is saving the day.
And yeah,
but
saves
also
it.
Bunny Rabbit Venom from the beginning, but it wasn't Venom. It was one of the other symbiotes.
Yeah.
Could have been cool to see maybe a little bit of like Bunny Rabbit evil eyes or Venom claws. That would have been straight up epic sauce.
Yeah, okay, but basically Michelle Williams as Venom saves Tom Hardy.
Yeah, she comes up. She's flaunting these fucking huge ass titties now. All of a sudden, there's a fat ass, and she's so tall. And for some reason, Venom has a chick voice now, and she says,
but still sounds like you know what Venom sounds like in this movie. When I was watching it, it blew my mind. Have you ever heard the Nightmare on Elm Street Will Smith movie where he goes, "You've got the body and I've got the brains"? Like, it sounds just like Freddy Krueger from that song. It's crazy, fucking sick.
Yeah. So, well, here's the thing. The whole time I was watching the movie, I thought Venom was being voiced by somebody else. Maybe not Tom Hardy. Maybe
like Dwight Hellion or something.
Yeah, it sounded like a cool person with a badass, like, deep voice. I guess they just fucked
The
around
singer
with...
of Integrity.
Yeah, I thought it was the guy from Integrity.
Dwight.
It was Dwight.
Or the guy from Dying Fetus.
Yeah. When we talk about Upgrade, I'll talk about how I think that Upgrade is the dying fetus of movies. But
cool. Again, postpone until the next one.
Yeah, so Chick Venom shows up. She's blasting us with these giant boobs, this big fat ass, and it looks so cool. And then she eats the guy's head, and she says, like, it's me, Girl Venom. I'm here to save you. And then they totally make out.
Which is a pretty cool kiss, actually.
Cool kiss, and the venom gets sucked out of her onto him. But then back to the whole thing about the love story between Tom Hardy and Venom, totally made out with Venom.
That's a classic trope, too, in romantic comedies, is that,
yeah, like,
usually they're in love, then one of them moves on, and then they get back together. This happens in this movie. This is arguably a love story, and not in, like, a funny, like,
There's
Deadpool
also,
way, but in, like, a real way.
Oh, Deadpool is so funny, though. There's also... There's also so many paradigm shifts. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so she saves the day, and then he runs up this rocket thing.
Oh, yeah.
And they start, and, like, him and Riot get into it. And
Riot is Carlton Drake turned into Venom.
Yeah, basically. With the Riot symbiote.
Way uglier costume design.
Yeah, it looks stupid.
It doesn't... Like, you can
not stupid, like, stupid doo-doo dumb, like Mac Dre, like... That's stupid. Yeah,
exactly.
Not
like,
bad.
Because I'm like, you can have like an ugly character that looks badass as fuck, like Leatherface or even Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
But
this is pertaining to classic beauty standards that media, which this movie also combats.
This media definitely combats traditional beauty standards.
Yes, which is amazing because you were saying that Tom Hardy isn't that handsome.
Well, yeah. We'll talk.
I disagree, but
hey.
America's ruining you. That's all I gotta say. But so that's the Rose. That's the Rose of the Third. Female Venom is the
Female
Rose.
Venom is maybe the Rose of the whole movie.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. But the Thorn of the third act, I think, is. Oh well, I'll get to that in a second. Basically, what happens is there's this huge fight scene between Riot and Venom.
But it's a fight scene.
It's supposed to be real epic and crazy, and it's really just hard to look at because it's nighttime and Venom is black, and you can't see it against the night sky.
Especially if you're watching it in 3D and you don't like have like the ability to turn yourself into a stone and watch the movie head on. You can't see shit.
Yeah,
but in a good way. It's kind of like
it's like camouflage.
Yeah, it's like Sin City where everything's black and white, and you're like, oh, this is so good.
Yeah, it's stylized. Yeah, noir.
Stylized. Film noir. Yeah,
just like, and camouflage is cool. Ask anybody who has pants that are. I wear black pants all the time, and I walk around at night all the time.
That metal guy probably has camo pants.
For sure.
Not anymore after he totally crapped them when Venom
he threw them away.
Crap out of him.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, so epic sauce.
So basically the fight happens, and it looks like Riot's going to win. He gets in the rocket and is like flying away back to his planet, and they're going to bring other like symbiotes back.
Yeah,
seemingly
they're going to like go and get more symbiotes to eat everybody on Earth.
Something like that. Something catastrophe, like some kind of catastrophe to like.
Yeah, even though they can't survive in
because their parasites are supposed to take over their body and eat until it can move on to another thing. But fight happens.
Big fight. Cool
and then Venom.
His hand turns into an axe once.
Yeah, that was the cool part of the fight.
Fucking cool.
And
Venom says, "See, I told you he had some shit you've never seen before."
Oh yeah,
great
curse
line.
words.
Curse words. Venom has so many funny lines.
Swear jar.
Venom got to pay into it.
No one's exempt. But so basically he gets away, but then last second, like Venom heals up Eddie Brock, and they get onto the rocket.
He gets totally stabbed. In the heart.
Yeah, he gets fucked up, but then he jumps up on the thing and just fucks up the rocket, and he says that cool last thing to Riot.
Oh yeah, so all the way throughout the movie, we get these little inside things where Carlton Drake says to Eddie Brock, "Have a great life," and then Eddie Brock's boss, when he fires him, he says, "Have a great life," and we're all like, "That's so funny that this has been said to him multiple times."
It's a good callback.
Yeah. So then he freaking kills the rocket ship, and Venom says, "Have a great life."
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a good callback. It's
callback.
Funny the first time and the second time, and the third time you hear it, you don't expect it, and it's even funnier, which is the sign of a good callback.
Yeah. Also, a rule of threes: just do things 3 times and it's funny.
Exactly.
Epic sauce.
And so
That's the third.
that's the third. Yeah, you're banned from that. We're gonna have an epic sauce swear jar. So that happens, and basically he wins, and then you think that Venom dies. After that whole altercation.
Oh yeah, you're because Venom is like, he's allergic to fire, as we learned earlier, which seems like most people's weakness.
Yeah, that's I think that's
general
pretty,
weakness.
Pretty, except for fire.
Yeah.
Or lava, maybe.
Yeah, I could get killed by lava. Bullets, good weakness, but that's not Venom's weakness.
Yeah.
But so yeah, the fire happens and Venom's totally allergic to it, so he blows up and shoots Eddie Brock out of him into the water so he can survive, and he says like, "Bye bye, Eddie," when he shoots him out, because Venom's
actually polite to say bye.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't.
nice.
In a lot of movies, they never say bye when they hang up the phone.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah. So Venom's polite, also funny and cute and great friends with Eddie, and shoots him out of him to save his life. And we're like, "Oh no. Oh, Venom's dead. We're not going to get Venom 2.
Yeah.
Bummer."
But we all know that he signed up for 2 more Venom movies, so at least. So we'll see where this goes.
Yeah, so then Venom, or Tom Hardy is talking to Michelle Williams outside their house, and she's like, "You're never going to get me back." And then in Tom Hardy's head, Venom says, "We're totally going to get her back, Eddie."
It's awesome. It's like call and response. It's great.
It's crazy call and response.
You're just so happy to hear Venom again,
Yeah,
because the whole movie
so
you're not
scared
dreading
that
anything
Venom's
at all.
Ugh.
But so yeah, everything works out, and he saves the lady that works at the corner market by his house.
Oh yeah,
from the robber
totally getting robbed by the guy that might be a guy from the beginning of Men in Black.
Maybe these movies are canon for those movies too.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
I hope so.
We'll figure out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. But yeah, it saves her, and then he says that fucking thorn of my third act. Turd in the wind.
You're just a turd in the wind.
Like a turd.
Like a turd in the wind.
Yeah.
Good.
You know, that joke wouldn't be funny, but how he says it, the delivery, it really makes it.
Because it's such good delivery of comedy from
which Tom Hardy has proven that he can do it all.
He can do it all. He can act, he can joke, he can probably sing. Apparently he wrote a piece of this movie, according to you.
Yeah, he's writing partners with one of the writers of this movie. Her name is
50 Shades of Grey.
Kelly Marcel. Yeah, she was responsible for writing 50 Shades of Grey, which explains the love story between Eddie Brock and Venom in the movie.
Oh, and why it's so kinky.
Yeah. And
That's
very dark, very sexy, dark sex. Also, the other 2 writers for this movie, one of them was involved with the show Fringe and Alias, and Fringe is pretty sick.
Yeah. Also hot chick in that.
Yeah, there you go.
Most shows have a hot chick in them in movies.
Yeah, and I guess never thought about it, but yeah, you're right.
Interesting.
And then there's another writer in this movie who wrote Con Air and Gone in 60 Seconds, which are 2 incredible Nick Cage movies, which if you have not seen Con Air, that's one of the greatest movies of all time.
I'll admit I have it on VHS, but I haven't popped it in yet. I haven't seen it.
You got to do that. We'll do that. We'll do this one too then.
Okay.
Because that's straight up
epic sauce.
You owe $1 into the thing. You had to put $1 into the thing. That movie rocks straight up. Nick Cage is incredible. But that kind of brings us to the end of the movie or whatever. Like,
yeah. Let me talk about my thorn from that scene real quick.
Please.
So we've learned that Venom is totally on Riot's side in the beginning and also wants to go to the spaceship to bring all the other guys back. But he has a change of heart because he loves Eddie so much. And Eddie Brock says, "What made you change your mind, Venom?" And Venom says, "You did, Eddie. You did." And I just think that that's a really beautiful line, and it really spoke to me. And also there's a lot that
speaks to, I bet that Kelly Marcel wrote this.
Oh, Kelly Marcel definitely wrote that, and it definitely speaks to her, and it speaks to a lot of people. And especially since there was so much that happened from Eddie Brock that would change Venom's mind about eating all the humans in the world.
Yeah, he's not.
Beautiful.
He's not a one-dimensional predator. He learns. He learns.
Here's
love.
the thing: he's an anti-hero. He's hero and anti.
And he's an ant. Yeah. He's an aunt.
He's an aunt. So that's the end of Venom. Is that then there's post-credit scene where you see Woody Harrelson with hair. He looks like Brendan Yates from Turnstile. And then if you wait even longer, you see Spider-Man. So maybe what I'm thinking is they got the rights to Spider-Man again, because I think that
Disney bought everything.
I thought Disney was basically borrowing Spider-Man from Sony.
No, they bought everything. So we're probably going to see
we're going to get Spider-Man in Venom pretty soon.
Yeah, probably not. Probably this next movie is going to be them. I hope so.
I bet the post-credit scene of the next movie will be Spider-Man.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Spider-Man at the end of the next. Well, we'll see what they do.
Yeah,
I don't know. I have some ideas that I think would be cool, but I don't know.
I really can't see Tom Hardy in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I can. He's pretty tee-hee the whole time in the movie. He's
he does have a lot.
Turn into Wind line could go in a Spider-Man movie.
He's got so many funny things he says.
Yeah.
When Venom, another one of my favorite lines, which also very quotable, just like Anchorman, is when they're about to start fighting Riot, and Tom Hardy says, "What are our chances of survival?" And Venom says, pretty much zero. It's so good, so funny, and I laughed so hard.
So your thorn of the third act is just overall Venom dialogue?
Yeah, but also my rose, because I enjoy it. I enjoy the shit out of it.
Yeah, it can be your favorite thing and also your second favorite thing.
Yeah,
I think
my
that's
favorite
fair.
thing and my second favorite thing.
Yeah. So what would you say is your overall rating of this movie?
Do you want to talk about the hot chicks and hot guys in the movie first? Or do you want to get to that?
I do. Let's do it real quick, though.
Are we running out of time?
We're an hour right now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Well, honestly.
Tom Hardy's hot. Tom Hardy's hot.
Yeah. So every week on this podcast, we're going to do 2 segments. One of them is called Hot Chicks and Hot Guys. It might get a better name later. And another one's called The Chef's Table.
I think that we can close it. That's pretty good.
That's good. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be able to come up with one better than that. I don't know if anyone could.
We're going to have 2 regular segments on this podcast called Hot Chicks and Hot Dudes, and another segment called Chef's Table. In Hot Chicks and Hot Dudes, we're going to talk about all the hot chicks and the hot guys in the movie and why they're hot. And then Chef's Table, we're actually going to come up with some really interesting food and drink pairings to go with the movie that maybe you can drink or eat while you're watching it.
And I think that just thought of this. Give you 30 seconds to just name off
all the hot chicks
and hot dudes you want to go, and then I'll do one. And then, that's a minute. That's a good amount of segment. Right. 1, 2, 3, go.
All right, Jenny Slate is so fucking hot in this movie. She's so cute. I was popping boners left and right every time she was on screen. She's always in a science coat, which is fucking great for me. That does it all the way for me. So 10 out of 10, Jenny Slate. Michelle Williams, kind of boring looking to me. I don't get super, super horned up for Michelle Williams, except when she's in that Venom suit. Fuck. Tom Hardy's not hot.
All right, well, my 30 seconds starts now. Tom Hardy is hot. He's super hot. This is maybe the Tom Hardy that had just woken up in parts of this movie.
Tom Hardy in bed's hot.
Yeah. Tom Hardy. Certified banger. He's hot. He's just super hot, but this is not his best thing, but
it's not as hot as he's hotter when you can't see his face.
Yeah, but that's just because Mystery's hot.
Mystery is hot.
Yeah, and that brings my 30 seconds to an end. Tom Hardy's hot.
Tom Hardy's not hot.
Hot. 30 seconds, it's over. It's over. No, Chef's Table.
When you see him on the
table.
When you see him on the wallpaper of the computer before he hacks into her computer, he looks so ugly. It's terrible.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Either way, Chef's Table.
Welcome to the Chef's Table. Maybe we'll put in cool that French music behind it, like
a French horn.
Yeah, French
a classic French
that
horn.
Thing is so it's
I think that's a French horn.
There's a refined section of
a tasteful French horn.
Yeah, tasteful French horn. I thought long and hard about my pairing for this movie. I know you prepared something too.
I did.
And I think, do you want to go first?
Sure. I'm not usually a big snack snack. Like I don't really eat at the movie theater a lot of the time.
It can be a full meal too.
That's true, but I just don't usually eat. I feel like I eat a meal before I go see movies a lot of the time. So then I just don't want to eat at the theater. I'll get a soda sometimes. I also don't like popcorn. So that's the thing.
Just shoot me.
Yeah, people get really fucking mad about that, and I just don't really like popcorn. I don't like it in my teeth.
Here's the thing. I learned that first couple times we saw movies together. Great for me is I don't have to share popcorn with you.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. I also don't like communal food really.
Yeah.
But that's because I'm a fucking freak about like cleanliness and shit. Yeah. But for this movie, I'd pair it with what I got was Skittles.
Okay.
And I got a Diet Coke.
I think that Skittles is great for that because Skittles has such funny commercials, and Venom also is so funny and has so many funny jokes.
Synergy.
It's brand synergy that you don't even see. So I put a lot of thought into my pairing for Venom 2, Venom 1 as well. And I think that the perfect meal to have while you're watching Venom is popcorn and Coke at the movie theater. It's a great deal when you have AMC Stubbs first man. Also saw that. Had to yell at somebody in that theater too because there was a bunch of old guys in the back of the theater talking, and they legitimately were like, "Oh yeah, I remember that."
This is not a fucking.
They're like,
this isn't your scrapbook. Like
they're like, "Oh yeah, I remember seeing that on TV. Oh yeah, that was real. That actually happened." And I turned around, and I was like, "Shut up. We get it. You were alive when this happened. Shut the fuck up." And they didn't talk anymore. But through the whole goddamn movie, they're just like, "That's real. I remember when that happened."
Oh my god! You pat yourself on the back for being fucking old.
Fucking idiots. Ugh. So yeah, I think that if you're watching Venom, Skittles, that's a great pairing with it. I think popcorn and
popcorn
Coke or even cherry Coke's really great.
Yeah, cherry Coke rocks. Popcorn is kind of like tater tots.
Yeah. Oh yeah. At the end of Venom, another great Venom line that really got my rocks off was he's so hungry and Tom Hardy says, "What do you want to eat? You can't eat human heads because he only eats heads.
He eats humans.
He seems to only eat the heads.
Yeah, that's what he likes, the brains.
So Eddie Brock, he's like, "You can't eat humans anymore. What do you want to eat now?" And Venom says, "Oh, I guess I'll have some tater tots."
That's probably a call back to fucking Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, same universe.
Also same universe.
Cool.
Yeah. What if Venom goes into fucking Napoleon?
Goes into Napoleon and fucks up. I wish I knew the name of the jock guy with the blonde hair. Vote for Trisha. Napoleon Dynamite's awesome.
Yeah, that's going into for like perfect movies.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay. So let's
we're running out of time. So let's get to the end of this show where we are going to give Venom a 10 out of 10 rating or an out of 10 rating.
Yeah.
Not necessarily 10 out of 10. I just winked at Joey.
So what would you give this movie?
After a lot of thought, the funniness, the coolness, the action, the great cameras in it, which there's cameras inside the movie as well as cameras making the movie, which
meta.
That's very meta. That fucks me up. I'm going to go ahead and say that Venom, for me, that gets 10 out of 10. 100%
Fair enough.
Rotten Tomatoes, 10 out of 10.
I'd actually have a pretty similar, but I have a different reasoning for what I rated it. Like, I think that their social commentary and their like use of like media and its criticism of that and its ability to attack the beauty standards that we have, and just this creates a movie that has commentary and really just makes you think about the world around you. And for that, I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
So the average score between our two scores, let me crunch the numbers really quick.
Yeah, you got to add them together.
You add them together, then divide them by the amount of numbers. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Venom gets a perfect 10 out of 10.
Then it's the first movie to go into.
So Venom gets a perfect 10 out of 10 score from Every Movie Is Good podcast. So it's going to be the first movie inducted into the Diamond Film Club. Welcome, Venom. Yeah, we got to give it up. Give it up. Venom is the first film in the Diamond Film Club, which will be updated regularly. Some movies maybe even that we're not talking about on the podcast are going to end up in that club. But congratulations.
Yeah, first one.
I don't even know who directed that movie.
Rob Fleischer.
Rob
Fleischer?
Fleischer. Great job, bud.
The guy who did Zombieland.
Oh, yeah, Zombieland. Fun movie. You're in the Platinum... What is it called again?
Dallas Buyers Club.
The Dallas Buyers Club. Congratulations. Do we have time to even talk about other movie recommendations, or should we not even bother with that?
We're at 110. Let's make it quick.
Yeah, fuck it.
Or an hour and 10. I think if we keep it under a half hour, I think we're good. But my movie recommendation for this week is because also has Tom Hardy in it. Fury Road, Mad Max Fury Road. I fucking love that movie. I saw it like straight up, I think 4 or 5 times in theaters, and I've seen it a few times since then. I straight up bought an action figure of several of the characters in that shit. Like,
when that guy's on the front of the car and he's playing guitar really loud.
So fucking cool. Scion made that possible. Scion the car, and they gave away Scion XBs with guitars in it, so you can plug into the stereo and play guitar in it. That was a sign of the times. Then people just didn't know it. They made that. They made Fury Road possible.
They made Fury Road possible.
What's your movie recommendation?
So I want to recommend. It's not a Tom Hardy movie, but it's a comic book movie that if you liked Venom, you might like, but it's nothing like it at all. Steel, starring Shaquille O'Neal, is based off of a DC comic called Steel, where Shaq is kind of like Superman, but he has this big metal costume, and he's so tall, and he blasts a bunch of people away with this laser he has, and the girl from Mystic Pizza is there, and she has she got her legs broken. And
wait, no spoilers, because I haven't seen it.
Sorry, no spoilers. Well, she breaks her legs pretty soon in the movie. It's like the first scene. Great. Overall,
I'll watch it.
Steel fucking rocks.
It has Shaq in it.
Shaq is the lead. It's one of his first movies. It's like 1995, maybe 2000. It fucking kicks ass.
Damn, I'll check it out. Fucking sounds.
It also
sick.
has Ray J. It's got Ray J as like a little kid. And he says something like, at the end of the movie, he says, just watch. I'm going to make a tape one day and it's going to make me famous.
Damn.
Foreshadowing for
that's
real life.
That's a good way to end this fucking... Bye-bye, Eddie.
Thanks for tuning in to Every Movie is Good. I forgot the title.
Every movie is good.
And yeah, bye-bye, Eddie.
Bye-bye, Eddie.
Bye-bye, Eddie.